Hey guys, Wastrick here, doing a video that I think needs to be made. I've been getting a lot of comments about this stuff, and I just think that I need to address it in its own separate video. So, you can go by the title. The topic of this video is why I'm building a Waffen SS kit, why I have Waffen SS stuff, like the flag and the hat and the helmet, all of that. So I just want to explain that all in this video. So I want to start off by saying that this kit is purely non-political. I am not a Nazi, don't believe in Nazism, eugenics, or anything that the Nazis believed or preached. And I'm not a communist either, but I'm not a Nazi, I'm not anti-Semitic. I fully, support Israel and all that. But I just wanted to get that right out of the way. Again, I've been getting comments, people ask me, are you a Nazi? Or saying, oh, I fetishize SS stuff, things like that. I'm going to get everything out in this video here. So, number one, I'd say the reason that I started building an SS kit is simply because of cost. Now, the US stuff is pretty expensive, especially the rifles, like an M1 Garand. Those run about $800 plus, much more expensive than an actual Mauser or the 22 repros of the Sturmgewehr 44s, things like that. The pistols are a lot more expensive. The P38 I was able to get good for a good deal. To get a decent 1911, you're looking at spending at least $700 on one of those. You can get the ones made in the Philippines, the Rock Island, the Rock Island Armories for like $550, but they're made in the Philippines, probably by children, really roughly made. And 45 and 30-06 are really expensive to shoot. So, I've got the 9mm and, working to get my Sturmgewehr 44, 22 long rifles extremely cheap to shoot. So I got the 30-06 Mauser for right now, but that's 30-06. That stuff's pretty expensive to shoot, not like a Mosin or even a 7.62 NATO. There's a cost involved with the rifles, and then just the kit in general. Because with the US kit, I just find it's more expensive than the German stuff, and then I didn't feel like messing around with like Class A's or anything like that. Basically, what started me on my SS kit, I'd already gotten a helmet. I'd had that Finnish Hungarian M38 already, and then when I decided to start fully building the kit, I had the plane tree smock, so I already had stuff in place. Basically reusing my jackboots that I have for my East German / the Soviet kits. So saving a bundle on money there, saving, $150+ on the boots. And it was pretty much, cost was the main motivating factor, and I already had a lot of stuff. And also, I was initially going to do a lazy SS kit, back when I was much heavier, with just the smock and a helmet cover, maybe, the web gear. But now that I've slimmed down, or as I started slimming down, decided to actually start building a full kit. And so that's basically the number one reason was cost. Couldn't afford the rifles. The uniforms and stuff were a little bit cheaper. And on the issue of cost, the SS uniforms, it's still cheaper than the Wehrmacht uniforms. It could have gone SS or Wehrmacht. The Wehrmacht uniforms require a lot more tailoring. There's going to be the breast eagle, and then the Lutzen as well. And whereas the SS had in combat use a more like casual style of dress, from what I've seen. Which is basically what I wore when I was shooting, with the exception of the pants, which I'm still getting. So it's definitely a cheaper uniform set to make as well. So again, I already had the jack boots, and then the smock, and I had that Hungarian M38 at the time. So cost is the main driving factor. Number two is I just love World War II. I've been fascinated by World War II since I was a little kid. So World War II kit was definitely something that I've always wanted to do. Again, just cost and a few other factors. Then what really got me on the road to the SS kit was the Mauser that I got. I was able to get it for a good deal from a friend. It's similar to the VZ24. Basically, the SS did use the VZ24 a lot, so there's that as well. And the reason that I chose to do a German World War II kit, again, purely non-political, is the German uniforms just look cooler. They look nicer than the standard U.S., British, and uniforms. The German uniforms just look nicer, and particularly the SS. I think the skull looks pretty cool, but the Nazis, they really put a lot of thought into their uniforms. Again, they'd always had a flair for good-looking uniforms going back to the 1800s. Now, what the Nazis did is they took film producers and fashion designers to design their uniforms. So that's why they just look so sharp. And the cool thing about the uniforms is there's no Class A's or separate uniform. Basically, the tunic is what was worn, and it looks good. The field gray and the form-fitting uniforms, they just look really good compared to the utilitarian uniforms of U.S. or British soldiers. And then, not having to mess around with Class A's or anything like that if I actually end up doing reenacting as part of a group. So I just think the uniforms look extremely cool. I absolutely love the SS camouflage. That's what pushed me from Wehrmacht to SS, was just the camouflage. I love the different camouflage patterns. 44 dot, plane tree, palm tree, oak, blurred edge, and Liebermuster. Just the camo patterns are cool, and the Wehrmacht didn't use those. I mean, yeah, they had Splinter and Italian camo, but the SS has the coolest patterns. So, again, if you're a long-time follower for my channel, you know I love camouflage. And I'm able to get many different sets for my SS kit, which is very cool. And let's see here. So, again, so that's cost. And then just the SS stuff looks cool. And really not much else to say. Again, I've been building this kit for a while now, having to add pieces slowly. I mean, this stuff is pretty expensive, and then just waiting as I lose more weight on getting actual uniform sizes that fit. That's another reason why I'm doing the lightweight kit until I reach my goal weight of around 185, 190 pounds. Just gonna go as basic as I possibly can. Don't have a tunic yet, don't have pants, just building things up very slowly. So again, this is something that I wanted to get off my chest, just to make this kind of video out there on my channel, just so people know that, again, this is not political in any way. I'm not a Nazi or a fascist. I just love World War II, and I think the stuff is cool. So, I hope you guys liked the video. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.